introduce a Shopify app called Transparent Kitty Open Book Accounting. It's for third-party vendors and allows merchants to keep track of sales and assign them to third parties. It's great for consignment sales and external vendors. So I'm going to add it to test shop here. Sign into my test shop. I give the kitty access to read-write on products and orders, and I can read customers. And there's a small charge for using the app, which I approve. And now the app is bootstrapping itself, so it needs access to the shop. It's going to add webhooks to process orders so it can calculate sales. It's going to transfer products, create vendors, and go through all the orders of a shop so that there's pre-existing sales for the merchant to go through. That's the bootstrapping process. It takes a few minutes. Once it's done, the merchant will receive an email so that they can start using the app. The app has three distinctive login portions. There's the public portion for the third parties, the vendors, if you will. There's the part for the administrators. And then there's the part for Shopify, where Shopify just exchanges orders and does a lot of calculation work. So this part of the interface isn't too terribly interesting. When we get our email and our welcome message from the kitty, we find that it's given us a little summary of our orders, products, sales, and vendors. And it's given us a link so that we can actually create our admin account. So as a merchant that owns a shop, I'm going to create a simple login, which will allow me to control the Transparent Kitty without actually being in Shopify. So I create my account, and now I'm an administrator. We can see that I'm at the root called admin. So I'll just log in now so that the app knows who I am. And it's immediately told me that I'm in a development shop. I've got a couple vendors. I give the vendors a percentage of sales. I'm active. I'm an admin. All this stuff is editable in a grid. I can change which vendor I want to see and represent. So the main screen is pretty much the merchant's usage of the app. I can see the vendors. I have two here, 6 shooting stars and custom images. Each get 30%. I can change the percentage I pay to a vendor on sales very easily in the grid. I've got a listing of sales where I go through totals. I've got the price, the cost price, what the vendor got, what the shop got, how many things were sold. Very simple grid-based app. And I take care of some events here, which are actually just products and their variants. This is useful for a certain kind of vendor relationship. Won't go through too much detail here. If I want, I can go and pretend to be the public now. So I'm this vendor. This is what the vendor would see. These are just their sales. So we're looking at a sales breakdown of just custom image sales as the vendor, and these were the customers. So this can all be driven by calendars. So you can see only sales based on a certain period of time. So I can really filter and say, just show me certain sales. Of course, I had none in that little time range. Back to the administration. And if I want to go back to Shopify, I can just quickly change the route. And I'm back at Shopify. So this is basically the Transparent Kitty. And how it works is by taking apart sales, which are taking apart orders to figure out sales. Sales belong to vendors. Vendors get a percentage. So that is a brief introduction to what the Transparent Kitty offers.